Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1. Today I'm going to talk more about security, but I'm going to actually put it on where you can understand it. I did the 3 videos on security. This one's going to be the actual what am I going to do. I have people, I have a subdivision, I have a retreat. So I'm going to try to show you all the pieces you're going to need to defend a fixed location. You're going to take into account what you have to work with. You might have a lot of older people, you might have people that are in good shape, but you're going to have people that you have to use. Yeah, they're not going to be ranger qualified, they're not going to be gung-ho infantry guys, but they're going to be people that have a vital interest in protecting their subdivision or their retreat. You have to use them. They're going to have the drive to protect everything they have, and most important, they want to protect their family. So if someone's overweight, someone's not in the best shape, don't look at them and say, oh, they can't fit into my defensive plan. They will fit into your defensive plan, and as a leader, you're going to be able to pick and choose and put them in positions that you know they can do. Everyone will want to take part in the defense, because if everybody's doing a little bit, it's going to make it a much stronger community or a stronger retreat. As a leader, you're going to have to use the resources you have wisely. Another question is, you have to be a leader. You might have a great plan of protecting your retreat or subdivision, but if you can't even get along with your neighbors now, you think they're going to listen to you? You have to be a natural leader to motivate these people to do what you want. By you showing leadership, you will then get them to do what you want, hopefully. Some people might not listen to you, so if they don't, still continue with your plan, and hopefully they'll see, hey, that plan is going to work, and they might come on board. It might take time though. All right, we're going to guard a subdivision or retreat. Let's hypothetically say we have a road and we have houses. Let's, just for numbers, say we have anywhere from 40 to 50 people in this little subdivision, and they want to protect themselves. So you have that many people to work with. Some might be young, some might be old. There's a farm at the end of the road, and it has some livestock. You're going to look at your community and say, okay, I need medical people. So we're going to first write medical. What do I have for medical? I need some medical people. What are their responsibilities? Their responsibility is to provide care for any injury or anyone that gets hurt. They will have a plan in your defensive plan. Their plan will be, when the alarm goes off, they will report to whatever you set up as a clinic area. It might be this guy's garage right behind his house. That's the clinic area. Medical personnel will immediately report to the clinic. That way, if there's anybody wounded or injured, everybody knows, bring them to the garage, because the medical people are standing by ready to assist. So we got medical people, doctors, nurses, LPNs, RNs, anything you can have, you're going to use. If you don't have anything, maybe somebody has a first aid class or CPR class. They're your medical people. You have to work with it. Next is nanny. You're going to call them the nannies. And what they're going to do for you, they are in charge of children. So they're going to report to a central location. Usually this location is going to be a very secure location in your subdivision or retreat, because mom and dad might have to be an active part of the retreat defense. So if they know the nanny grabs their kids and takes them to a secure location, mom and dad can concentrate on what? Defending the retreat, defending the subdivision. So you need nannies. They could be older ladies, maybe a 10-year-old girl that's responsible to take 2 or 3 young girls or kids and hide them and keep them safe. So you need it. You need a nanny. That nanny will provide comfort for the parents. Next, you're going to need what I call it a livestock collector. If you don't have livestock in the area, you don't have to worry about it. You might have cows out in the field, and you might be able to secure those cows as simply as hollering to them and giving them sweet feed. If you get that into the cow and they hear the bucket, they're going to come running to that sweet feed. Good way to collect your cows. You might want your cows collected if there's a security problem. First of all, you don't want them running around to distract your defenders by hearing noises, and you don't want them out there to get injured. If this is a raw situation or a total collapse situation, your livestock is your life, so you want to guard it. So you have your livestock collector. Don't jeopardize their life to collect livestock, but if they can collect those livestock and pen them up, you might want to have an area that's very secure, solid, because if you get a bunch of cows and a bunch of gunfire, the cows are going to stampede. All cows do. They're going to go through any type of fence you got. So make like a corral where you can put them there and guard them. So you got somebody to collect livestock. They don't have to be frontline soldiers, but they are doing a part to defend the retreat. Next, you got a firefighting team. You might have a couple guys that are volunteer firemen. Their job is firefighting. The reason is the enemy or anybody can use fire as a weapon against us. So if you have those guys already assigned, they're ready to fight the fire and let the other guys fight the bad guys. So you got a firefighting team. They're not combat guys right now, but yes, they can have pistols on their side, they can carry a rifle, but they're to protect the community from fire. Next, you might have what you call a sound control person, light and noise discipline. What this person does is make sure all lights, all generators are turned off. It could be a 69-year-old man that's really not frontline soldier, but guess what? He can run to those generators. He can turn them off. He can turn off lights. The reason is, let's say you have one light on that's always on in your community. The enemy can use that light as a reference point. So if you turn that light off, you're going to take that reference point away from him. Very important. So we got the sound or noise guy. Very important. Next, what you want to do is you want to make a chain of command. This is literally a chain of command. You're going to hash this out when no one's shooting at you. If you don't, and you think you're going to hash it out when you have a very serious security threat, it's not going to work. Just get it and decide it, and write it down in your CP. This guy's in charge, then this, and this. Because if something happens to this guy, that next guy just steps right in. Everybody knows he's going to step right in, so there's no problem. So you need to have that chain of command written down. Next guy you're looking for is like a sergeant of the day. Say you have an expert guy, ex-special force guy or ranger, and he's in charge of all this security. He is the head honcho or your tactical coordinator guy. He's not going to be on every shift. What you're going to do is pick the next best guy and a couple other guys and make them sergeant of the day. That way he's running the daily thing. The tactical coordinator's overlooking everything, and he will come on board when there's a security problem. So you have your sergeant of the day. Next is your tactical coordinator. He is your head honcho that's running the defense, and he'll run the defense when it's actually someone attacks it. Next, what you're going to pick is a CQ or your talk area. CQ is your base. It's your used in the military. It's your operation center where people are going to report and you're going to make your plan. So let's say you pick this house right here. That house right here is your CQ. What they're going to do in there is you're going to have maps of your area. You're going to have all your commo going back to here. And this is where they will make decisions of what's going on. It is called your CQ. You're going to have people that monitor the radios. You're going to have radio people. They can be elderly people. They don't have to be frontline troops, and they're doing a vital part of retreat defense. So they'll report here to the CQ. Anything happens, they immediately go there. They will help monitor radios. If you already have one person in there, you're going to want to have multiple people in there because you might have a ham set, you might have MERS, you might have marine radios, you might have CBs. You're going to have a lot of radios to listen to because as soon as that you are a security threat is there, CQ is going to do a few things. First of all, they're going to immediately report everything and sound the alarm for your retreat or your subdivision so everyone can go to their station. Everyone will have a job. No one will just sit around the house hoping everybody else will solve the problem. They will have a part. It could be one of these little jobs, but they're still doing something. So CQ is where your communication is going to be. So anybody that's involved in the CQ plan or the radio monitoring will immediately go there. That way, individuals can monitor all these different radios, and it's not one guy trying to listen to all these radios. First thing you're going to do is immediately you're going to notify any friendlies that has another retreat or another subdivision. You're going to tell them, hey, we are under attack, and give them all the information. First of all, it's going to do two things. Their retreat or their subdivision will go on a high level of alert because it could be a multi-prong attack, or they're going to go on alert to be ready to send a quick reaction force to you. They're going to send aid to you, and they need that time to get their guys prepped up. So people on there are going to be on the radio. Also, the radio people are going to be accepting communication from your battle positions or your dug-in defensive perimeter. They're going to be gathering intel. People are going to see things and say, hey, I see 7 guys going east on the perimeter trying to get in. They're going to be compiling this information so your sergeant of your guard and your tactical coordinator can make a plan. Also, this is where your runners are going to report. Runners are going to come here to get information. This is your backup to your communication plan. That way, if you got to send a message to someone and you can't communicate, you write it down quickly, give it to the runner, and he goes. Next, you're going to have your defenders of the retreat. Now, your defenders of your retreat, they're not your top line guys. They're guys that are very capable of doing the job, but they might be older, they might be slower, but they can definitely occupy a fixed location. You don't have to be in the peak shape to be a defender. You just have to be a good shot, and you have to be willing. So you're going to have all your defenders, they know exactly what position they report in. They're going to report to their dug-in fighting position around your perimeter immediately when the alarm goes off. Next, you're going to have someone that's in charge of your enemy collection point. This guy is in charge of anybody that's caught and he's brought to him. He has that job. He will also double duty, and he'll be somewhere where he can also provide an inner security. Next, the most important, these are your best guys. You're going to put those in your quick reaction force. These guys are going to report to your CQ or to a central location. That way, the technical coordinator can see the threat, make a plan, and send that quick reaction force wherever he needs to. These guys need to be your best. They need to be able to run through the woods, jump over fences, fire their weapon, carry their buddy. These are your cream of your crop. You're not going to put your cream of your crop on your perimeter. You put your secondary people that can just stay in a foxhole and shoot out of it. Very easy to do, not that physically exerting. So your quick reaction force will be your cream of your crop, and they're going to be used to defend it. I'm going to stop it here, but everyone in your subdivision, in your retreat, is very capable of doing something to defend yourself. There's no one that's going to sit around. When the alarm goes off, everyone is immediately going to go to their battle stations. Thanks for watching.